Alex, don't go anywhere. I just want like 10, 15 minutes, tops. 10, 15 minutes. I just want to cross.
I thought you didn't want to talk to me anymore.
Yeah. Hang on. Well, I'm here because Jake was doing the debate, right? So the thing is, though, is that there's a few things you said that I want to. I'm not rambling. I just want to ask you a couple of questions. I just want to ask you a couple of questions that are debate related. Why are you refusing to answer a single question? I just want to ask a couple.
Why do you want to do a full debate?
Are you scared, Alex?
Jake, you do well enough on his own.
Hang on. Alex, are you terrified, Alex? Can you just answer a couple of questions?
I'm not going to do it on your terms. We can do a full debate.
There's no terms. I just want to know a couple things about the debate. I just want to know on the drunk driving thing.
Okay, so sure.
So on the drunk driving, why don't we do the debate right now? Just you and me, right this second.
2 hours, so this is going to take a while.
It's going to turn.
I literally am asking for 10 fucking minutes, Alex.
I'm not going to give it to you.
You're not going to give it to you, chicken shit, Alex. You're a fucking chicken shit coward. Are you going to do the debate or not? We got literally right now. I'm asking for 10 minutes to cross-examine your worldview. You're going to rage quit. You're going to rage quit, really? Is it because I'm taking logic? I just want to know. I just want to know a couple things. I just want to know a couple things. So the first thing I want to know, can we talk about the drunk driving stats? When you were talking about drunk driving.
Why don't you do a full debate?
Yeah, okay, I'll do it right now.
No, I don't want to do it right now.
Oh no, of course not. You'll do it in the future at some undisclosed time. What is a hang on, I'm sorry. What is an open panel? An open panel means Alex is going to refuse to engage with Andrew because he's terrified of his questions. Is that what that means?
Open debate, it means I'm not going to do shit on your terms because I think you're kind of
I'm not doing anything, Alex. I'm going to ask you two questions that are about the debate.
I want to answer your questions. We can do a full debate anytime.
You want to answer the questions?
No, why don't you want to do a full debate?
I'll do the full debate anytime you want, Alex. There's no. By the way, just so you know, you can pick essentially any topic you wanted. It would actually be impossible for your imbecilic inbred ass to beat me in a debate. But the thing is like, can you just answer a couple of questions?
Let's
do.
Well, what else can I do? The guy won't fucking debate.
Hold on.
I want to talk to you right now. It's going to take.
Let me just, gentlemen.
It'll take literally 10 minutes. 10 minutes. I promise. Shara can start the timer. I will leave in 10 minutes. Alex, 10.
There's a reason why a lot of people don't want to talk to you.
Everybody wants to talk to me, Alex. I have a hit show. What are you talking about?
Totally.
Can I get
you got Destiny's phone number? So do I. Oh, you got all these people's phone. I have all of them. Alex, I know all these people. You don't know what you're talking about, bro.
You can tell they still care about each other.
Give me the first question.
Okay, dude. It'll be okay.
I'm not going to play this stupid fucking game with you.
What game? I want to engage in what you were talking about with the debate. I don't care about any of this other stuff. Just the debate.
Why don't we just set up a date right now?
Can I just ask you a couple questions about this debate?
No. Hang on.
You're not going to let me ask you any questions about the current debate.
If we're going to do a debate, I'm going to prep for it.
I just want to ask you some questions about this debate.
We can do it. We can talk about this debate.
Can I just ask you a couple of questions about this debate?
Open for next week.
Yeah. Can I ask you a couple of questions about this debate?
You want to do?
Yeah. Can I ask you a couple of questions about this debate?
You want to do a debate?
Is there a reason I can't ask you questions about this debate?
Because if we're going to debate, I want to prep for it.
Well, we're not even debating. I'm just going to ask you some questions about this debate.
Number two, I don't have the mental energy or the time to get into debate with you right now.
It's not a debate. I just want to ask you a couple of questions.
Yeah, I'm good on that. We can do a full debate.
So you're refusing when a panelist comes on to answer any questions.
I'm just refusing to answer questions from you right now.
Okay, then can I reference them? Can I reference them to Jake Rattlesnake then, Sarah? Since Alex is too cowardly to engage. So real quick, Jake. Hey,
stop.
Wait, what the fuck? I can't talk to Jake either.
No, this is the exact reason I said that I don't want to stay on if Andrew comes
on. Refuse, bro. You're the one refusing to engage.
If you want to, we can set up another debate.
I would like to ask a question. Can I know the question? You said it referred to the drunk driving thing.
Yeah. So I want to ask. I'll just.
Hold on.
You won't even let me talk. This guy won't even let me talk. I just want to ask Jake this question. Alex brought up drunk driving deaths, right? He brought this up as a part of his argument. Jake, do you remember how many he said there were?
37 a day or something?
Yeah. Okay. Well, I mean, it's a significant number. You would agree with me, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, but how do we know exactly that it was the alcohol that caused those deaths? It just says that they're hang on. They just say it's alcohol related. Isn't that just a correlate, Alex?
The only question I'm going to answer is what day we're going to have.
Alex? Isn't that just a correlate, though?
Yeah, I'm just not going to answer any question unless it's.
Yeah. Okay. Well, Jake, isn't that just a correlate?
That is just a correlate.
That's really weird, though. I don't understand why Alex is saying that these are facts when he's just pointing. Alex, why are you talking? Why are you talking, Alex? You won't even respond to my questions.
Shut the fuck up for 2 seconds.
Why? When I'm talking to Jake, I'm talking to Jake.
I know you like to hear yourself.
So what's the point that you're trying to make? That alcohol doesn't cause car wrecks?
Well, no, I'm just making the point that if Alex is looking for things which are causal,
I just won't stop talking.
yeah. So anyway, if Alex is looking, it's my turn. It's my turn to talk, bro. What are you talking about?
I know you love to talk.
So if Alex is saying that these things are causal, okay, go ahead, Alex. Go ahead, Alex.
We can set up another date. I'd be happy to do it.
Yeah, no, I'm not talking to you right now, though. Why are you still interjecting? So
You're
anyway,
answering my question. So it's not
So-
causal.
yeah, it's not. Well, it's not causal, right? So Alex's whole point in the debate was he wanted Jake to show him something, which is I'm not allowed to talk again. Okay?
Well, what's the
Not allowed to
issue?
talk.
Let me clarify something really quick. So typically how we go is we run debates and then afterwards we do open panel. The open panel is to allow other panelists to come on, ask other questions and kind of incentivize a new conversation or maybe poke holes in something that somebody said. It's very typical. It's common on this platform. This is a common practice. This is how we do it. So Alex, you certainly don't have to answer the questions, but I would ask that we like keep the bantering of your guys' little back and forth down to a minimal because there's other people here that would like to engage in the conversation.
That's totally fair. I wanted to take up too much time. I just want to ask Jake if Alex want to get. Okay, go ahead, Alex. Go ahead, Alex.
Sarah, was I not abundantly clear that I don't want to get into it with Andrew? Like, didn't I
You
say
don't
that
have to, Alex.
before
You don't.
open panel?
You don't have to. I won't even talk to you anymore. I'm not even going to talk to you anymore.
I'd be more than happy. Yeah, you can just talk about me. I'd be more than happy to schedule a debate with Andrew.
I just want to talk about the debate,
in the
bro.
past, but there's still a lot of feelings there.
Literally just want to talk about the debate, Alex. That's it.
I'd be more than happy to do it on this channel. Sarah can moderate. I'd be happy to have a full debate with Andrew. I don't want to do it right now.
Then Alex, just go away. Then Alex, go away.
I made it abundantly clear. I expressed to you how.
Then go away, Alex, so I can talk to
Okay,
Jake
you guys
about the
can
debate.
talk later. Then that sounds
Just go away. Then, like, if you won't even let me ask the question to Jake.
Let me ask this. Did anybody else, before Alex does have to leave, did anybody else have questions for Alex that's not named Andrew at this time?
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, I have
About-
questions for both sides, so.
What's that, Chris?
I have questions for both sides. I had some for Jake and for Alex.
Okay, Alex does
Alex,
have a
I'll switch
time
sides to
limit,
your
so
position
if
if
you
you
want to
want.
ask your questions to Alex first, that would be more, before he leaves.
Yeah, Alex, I just wanted to find out, right? So mainly if we talk about the societal impact, right? If many things cause people to not be on this planet anymore, right? But a core fundamental thing to have society carry on is people. So don't you think that the sex work industry inhibits family creation, which would be the core most important thing? We can lose a lot of people if we make more people, dude.
I agree that I think it's not good for mating. I just think that the other important thing to consider is the macro doesn't always affect the micro. Like, for example, in America, our military recruitment numbers all-time low. We absolutely 100% need more military to carry out our foreign policy and whatnot. But at the same time, that's a macro fact. But on a micro level, I would never say like, hey, Chris, go join the American military, right? So while the macro point you're making is true, I just don't think that affects the micro directly.
I mean, if it leads to things like robots, there would be no point in procreation because you're taking the main incentive of grooming.
No, I think there would still be it, but robots. But I much prefer having sex with my girlfriend.
You don't need a robot. People sex with less things forever.
Or not everyone, you see. That's the
But
problem.
I think most guys would still, if given like 99% of guys, if given the option, robot have sex with a girl they find attractive. They would.
Yeah, but you understand that the correlative to carrying on with this industry would equal the cancellation of male to female relationships or create barriers.
Yeah, I just don't see that. I think that the vast majority of people will still have sex with their partner.
Ban your hand.
Can I ask Jake my question now? So Jake, when in regards to alcohol, when you're talking about what is a correlative, isn't it true that those drunk driving accidents that Alex is citing are in your debate that he was citing are just correlative, that this is not actually the cause? And so I don't understand why it is you're being asked to cite a cause when all causes are just correlative. If he states that this thing is a fact, it's a fact that these people died from the alcohol, he would have to prove that, right? All he did was show you a correlative, right, Jake?
Yeah, exactly. It's an aspect of why the person died, and it's correlative.
Well, we don't know. We don't even know if it's an aspect of why they died. We just know alcohol was involved. So it's just a correlative, right? So when somebody says to you, hang on. So when somebody says to you, oh, you have to show me a causative. All empiricists know that it's the strong causative, or the correlative, which is what we point to for the causative. So when somebody says to you in the future, hey, drunk driving accidents kill X amount of people. Well, no, that's an alcohol related accident. It's just the correlation is there to the actual alcohol. So that argument's kind of null and void. So I don't even understand why it was made. And then kind of to the second point for Jake, because Alex won't answer this, but to Jake, I don't
when we do a debate.
I don't actually understand this either. Do you want to do the debate tomorrow?
Let's do it sometime next week. I can't do it.
Of course, it has to be sometime next week. Okay. So anyway,
I have a fucking Monday podcast, which I've done for 2 months.
Yeah, no, you're never going to get more views than when I'm on debating with you, Alex. But what are you talking about? Like,
you want to
you're never. I don't even know why you're cutting in. But anyway, so to Jake, my second point, when it came to the CP convo, this is really strange to me. If you're talking about anything being in a black market, anything that is black on a black market is necessarily going to increase it, which is what Alex's argument was. Why wouldn't Alex argue to go ahead and legalize CP then? I actually don't even understand that.
I'm sure you don't.
I mean, you could explain it to me, Alex.
Alex has to answer.
I'm good on this. Like, if we're gonna do a debate, me and you, then I want it to be like a full debate where I have time to organize my thoughts. So once again, would you want to pick a day for next week? You want to do like
tomorrow,
Thursday?
Tomorrow?
I have my
I'm booked. I'm booked all the time, Alex. But I got tomorrow open.
Okay, well, I'm not going to do tomorrow. I have my Monday podcast that I'm not going to flake on. But we can do it Thursday.
Well, Tuesday is Christmas Eve. You want to do a Christmas Eve debate?
I can do Christmas Day, but not Christmas Eve.
I'm available.
Christmas Day.
I'm available.
We can do the same. Alice, you want to do the same exact
as well if we need.
I can do Thursday. I can do next Sunday.
All right, let's do Thursday. Same exact topic.
Okay, sure.
Yeah.
My host.
We got a date again. Y'all are gay.
I can moderate as well if we need, guys.
Flow state.
That'll be fair.
But just so you know, I only came on here to ask you questions which were related to this debate. That's it.
I know you did. Yeah,
like literally, that's all I came on here to do.
Yeah, you could have just easily texted me at any point and say, "Hey, I want to."
Why would I need to text you? I wanted to come on the open panel and ask you questions about the debate.
Yeah,
that's what the open panel
made it clear that I don't feel like talking to you.
Just to, even to just answer two questions, I would have just left.
You guys tell me what happened. How did you guys?
But when have let me ask you, when have I ever ambushed you? It's never happened. This was a panel. The only reason I even interjected here at all is because my buddy's debating with you, so I watched the debate live with the audience. I want to come on and ask you two questions about the debate. I've never ever ambushed you, even one time. So I don't even know why you're so upset, bro. I don't even know.
Don't gaslight me. I'm not upset.
Well, when have I ever ambushed you, Alex? Ever? Never, right?
When have I ever ambushed you?
Well, that's my whole point. It's like, why not just answer to a couple of questions? It's so weird to me, dude.
Because
I'm glad that you guys got it scheduled out there.
I've dated you a million times. I know how it works. It's never two questions.
It was two questions. That's all I had. I literally gave you my word. I told you could set up a 10-minute timer, Alex.
Never ever two questions with you.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know why you think you're gonna fare better. Like Thursday on the same topic, like it says, but whatever.
Debate, you don't want to organize my thoughts.
You can organize your thoughts, but I just had two questions about this debate.
Why are you so insistent on doing it this very second?
I just wanted to ask two questions about this debate to you because I wanted to know your answer.
It seems like for a while you were scared to do a full debate. It seems like for a while you just wanted nothing to do with it. So
Alex, no. Hang on. I still don't want to work with you, but I did want two answers. I wanted the answers to the questions I had about the debate. Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, I don't know why the change of heart. I thought you don't want to debate me anymore.
No. Debating you isn't working with you.
Sarah, can I ask Alex a question?
It's not working with you.
How did we ever work together?
Hold on.
All right, you guys don't work together. You got something coming up. You're good.
Yeah, wait,
Dawson, you had
make up already, guys.
I know. Should we speed date them? Make them speed date? Maybe they'll kiss and make up. I think we
Maybe.
should.
No, Jesus Christ. I'm not. No, Sarah, I don't want to fucking just.
You don't want to speed?
Well.
Yeah, so I mean, it doesn't even have to be unfriendly, dude. I really only came on here to ask 2 questions.
Yeah, but Andrew, like, I don't.
So the first question was just about the drunk driving and the correlation,
Yeah, I know.
and then the second one was just going to be, go ahead.
Yeah, but the thing is that I've debated you enough times to know that you're extremely bad faith, and it's never 2 questions.
You were bad faith in this debate
How was that bad faith in this?
because you used what you knew was empirically false, which is you said that the opposition was making a correlation causation fallacy. The problem that you have with that is that from the empiricist mindset, you should know that all of what anything you consider causative is correlative, such as drunk driving. You, for instance, Alex, you could never tell me that all these drunk driving accidents happen because of the alcohol. Like maybe some of these people drive better because they're drunk. You don't know. You just use it as a correlative and then say it's the cause.
That happens. A lot of people drive better when they're drunk.
Yeah, sure. I'm sure they do. I'm sure some do.
Really? You think most people? You think a lot of people?
I didn't say most, or I didn't say a lot. I just all it means is that you cannot make the determination.
Yeah, sure. We can
it was the alcohol.
We'll talk about on Thursday how.
Can you make the determination that it was the alcohol in every case?
Talk about how.
How do you know it was the alcohol, Alex? How do you know it was the alcohol?
Yeah, this is like again. This is why I just.
That's not bad faith, Alex. Why? How do you know it was the alcohol, Alex?
Well, if you can't agree on the fact that if you think that a lot of people drive better when they're drunk, then we're just.
I mean, there's got to be at least one, right? There's got to be at least one person who drives better drunk, right?
You think the exception makes the rule?
No, but if there's even one, then we're dealing with a correlative.
So there's at least one person who, because they watch TP, don't go out and become.
Sure. But that would still be a correlative.
That has nothing to do. The fact that alcohol might not be causal directly has nothing to do with whether or not pee should be illegal.
Well, but that aside, my whole point was, if you say to somebody that you need to give me a causative link, all causative links are just correlative links. You're just looking at strong correlatives, all of them, including drunk driving. That's it.
Okay.
There's
and
no.
What was the outcome?
You know that, and that was bad faith because
you don't think there's a difference between causation and correlation.
What is the outcome that P was alleging?
No. Hang on. There is a difference, but how do we determine the cause of something?
Well, sometimes we don't know for sure, right?
So how do we determine the cause of something, Alex? How do we do it?
I don't know. Like for example, if you do an experiment.
Yeah.
And you, for example, let's see.
How would you determine the lights in your room are from electricity?
Wait, just be quiet for 2 seconds and let me answer the question. If you don't,
go ahead.
Yeah,
no,
okay.
Go ahead. Go ahead. Answer.
So if you do an experiment, for example, and it turns out that you completely eliminate every other factor. So let's say that Sweden legalizes sex work, and there's no other confounding factor. There's no immigration that's happening. Just you eliminate every confounding factor. And then you show.
How do you know that you've eliminated every factor?
Well, you make an educated guess, right? But
right. So it's just correlative then, because there's no
interpretation.
No, from the empiricist worldview, which is yours, it's impossible. It's impossible to make a causative. It's impossible to say something is causative without looking at what's correlative. It's actually impossible. It's not even possible.
Right.
Okay,
it's impossible to make that claim.
That cigarette. And
purely,
yeah, and you getting.
Oh, that's actually a good point. Like, if I get cancer from this cigarette, can you prove that it was because of the cigarette?
So just because you can't 100% absolutely prove something doesn't mean
you're looking at a causal link, right?
So, okay,
it's all
just
causal
to be clear,
link.
You don't believe that there's, when it comes to studies or anything, there's any type of causation.
No, that's not what I said. I said what we would look at is we would look at the causative would be the strongest correlates. That would be what we would say was the cause. That's exactly what Jake was doing.
When you want to eliminate,
what was the cause that he was? What's the cause that Jake was making?
So Jake provided a series of studies which stated emphatically, and by the way, these were actually adjusted for many of these correlations that Alex was talking about. Alex dismisses the argument and says, "Well, this just looks like it's something which is correlation, not causation." But the thing is like. All causation is going to come from correlation.
I don't agree with the point that you're making.
Causation's coming from correlation, all of it. So it's like
if you have
really bad faith.
You have causation. I know you would talk about bad faith since you do it all the time. If you talk about,
you don't even know what that means.
If you talk about, you don't know what it means.
You don't know what bad faith. What does bad faith even mean? It means I'm unwilling to change my viewpoint.
I thought you had 2 questions.
You're the one continuing the conversation.
I'm good, dude. I'm good on talking to you for a while now. Just asking questions. This is why I said that you never actually like. Honestly.
You're still going, Alex, not me.
It was never going to be 2.
You're still going, not me.
Just quick. Okay,
you're the one still going, not me.
I dig your plant.
Then just stop talking.
I did.
Okay, then I'm good.
Thanks, man.
Yeah. Do you think that they're gay?
I think you're gay.
Oh my god, you're retarded.
I'm just saying the sexual tension was thick.
Yeah, it's
I
definitely.
mean, you would know. I mean, you've had a lot of those experiences.
You're
with men,
or I'm rubber. You're a glue.
Yeah. You even got that wrong.
Alex,
yeah, it's been a while since kindergarten for me.
I don't know. You're the one making gay jokes, bro.
So, what happened to y'all?
Nothing. Nothing happened. There's no beef between myself and Alex. I don't say a bad word about Alex ever.
Yeah, except for when you made that stream.
What stream?
That I backstab you and that
this is super old, right? We moved past that a long time ago. I don't say anything about you, man.
Okay.
When do I do it? And you said the same thing, right? We don't. That's why I came in here just to ask a couple of questions. I didn't come in here to ambush you. I've never done it once.
Yeah, you just okay. So you're just totally good faith, like right. Your point was just
when have I ever ambushed you?
You were just.
This is a fallacy called middle school girl drama.
I'm good.
I think the point though that he's making is a fair point though, and the point is
I didn't do anything wrong. I just came on and
all causation comes from correlation. You're holding me to a different standard than you are holding yourself.
Right.
I agree. Andrew's point about correlation is correct, but I mean, it's a derivative point on a derivative.
Not a derivative point. It is the point.
So how does that point?
Well, let me explain. Okay. If you take a study from a person, you say, well, this is just showing something. This is just showing something which is not causative, but a correlation. The thing is, though, is you can only get to a causative from a correlation. So it's like you're already admitting that there's a problem here. And so what happened was Jake didn't actually know that that's the case, I don't think, right? But all links of causes come from correlation. So when somebody says, well, didn't you mix up the causal and the correlative link? It's like, no, if the link is strong enough, that's the cause. That's how we determine a cause.
But all that does is reduce the strength for drunk driving laws. It doesn't actually increase the argument for banning P.
Well, no. What it would do is it would say, if your argument here is to say, well, wait a second, I'm going to state this as a fact. The fact is X amount of people die from drunk driving related deaths per year, which is probably true, right? X amount of people die from alcohol related deaths per year. But the thing is that that's not a causal link. We haven't actually demonstrated alcohol was causing that. We just have demonstrated that alcohol was involved. Right. And so, but the correlation we could say is strong enough that we can say, okay, probably alcohol had a role here in many of these deaths, right? But you can't state that as a fact and then say, but Jake, I agree with you that you're stating a fact that there's a correlation here between sex trafficking and sex work, right? But that's just a correlation. It's like you're making the same argument yourself the other way.
I would agree with that. It's not the best argument against it.
I'm like way past the 20 minutes. I do gotta go.
Well, it was nice to see you again, Alex. I have no bad blood.
Yeah,
and for what it's worth, Alex, I thought that you did great from the parts that I heard, and I agreed with basically all of it.
Thanks, I appreciate it. All right,
do you want to give
Christmas, by the way,
Alex.
Merry Christmas.
Do you want to give your final thoughts, Alex?
I mean, I already wrapped it up in my conclusion. But yeah, I mean, I stand by everything I said. I'm looking forward to doing the debate on Thursday. Should be fun. We'll see.
Same topic, right? Same topic.
Yeah, or we can get into actually a topic I'm more interested in is getting into Trump.
Yeah, I'd like to debate this topic though.
Okay, like you want to debate the same topic?
We can do half and half.
We can do half and half.
Okay,
yeah, I'm hosting this, right? Am I throwing myself?
Yeah, like,
yeah, sure.
Yeah, something like that. I don't know.
Okay.
No.
Hey, Alex, what color crystal would you want to go in, bud?
What?
I'm confused. Say that again.
What color crystal would you prefer?
I don't know what that
What
is.
you're gonna have to say the punchline because nobody really understands the question. Is that a mushroom tip? What is that?
No.
Okay.
No.
I prefer a blue one.
All right. Well,
Okay.
this is not really a question, so I'm gonna skip down.
I didn't know. I was trying to. Is there a
Merry
punchline?
Christmas, Alex.
Yeah, Merry Christmas to you too, Andrew. Have a good one.
Isn't there a causation with ice? If the temperature goes down below 0 degrees Celsius, it causes the water to turn to ice, and that's.
Well, I don't know. The temperature seems causal
it's
to me.
correlative. It's going to be related to other factors like atmospheric pressure and things.
Yeah,
like that.
just so you know, like a true empiricist never makes the claim that something is 100% true. They basically only use the strength of the causality, or not the causality, the contributing factors to what they think is the causality to give themselves a sense of surety. Now, you can say 99%, 99.9, 99.99, you're sure. Sure, I would even agree with that. I'm just saying that you can't dismiss somebody's argument and say, well, you know, this isn't the cause. This is just a correlatory. It's like, but how strong is the correlatory? That's what we're after. Especially if you use the same argument back. Well, I'm using a correlative argument for drunk driving. It's like all you're using is the same correlation the other direction.
Yeah, the correlates make up a cause, and
your point just neutralizes both people's arguments in that situation.
Yeah, but the whole alcohol
it's meant to show it. It's reductio absurdum formally, which is showing a fallacy that Alex is doing by affirming a contradiction on his view.
Correct.
By saying this is a defeater for this position, while simultaneously holding this is not a defeater for my position.
My position, right? It's an argument ad absurdum, exactly.
Right. It's an inadequate way to put down Jake's point.
Well, the problem is, like, Jake was supremely good faith and engaging in good faith. I think Alex was too. I'm not beating him up. I think he was. I think he has he's heard many of these different arguments and this type of thing. And the alcohol comparison to sex work is a very old argument. But the thing is like it's a very quick defeater to this idea that hey, I'll hold you to a separate standard than I'm holding myself for my own stats. It's like, no, that's no bueno.
Andrew, one of the things that annoys me about this is that the alcohol industry itself does not cause harm. The usage of it does. Whereas sex work, the industry itself causes harm and the use. So you can't really draw.
I don't understand even the argument here. So when I get into my car yells at me to put my seatbelt on. Literally,
you can disconnect that. It
says, put your seatbelt on, stupid. Put your seatbelt on, stupid. Until I do, it literally yells at me until I do. I see billboards everywhere, don't drink and drive. I see right here on this pack of cigarettes, a Surgeon General's warning on the side, explaining the harm that'll happen from smoking this cigarette. Where is all of this for the corn industry? No fucking place, nowhere, no government intervention, nobody pushing for any of this. And it's like, that makes no fucking sense to me whatsoever. If you demonstrate, hey, we know that this is at least in some way harmful, you would think that there would be some type of government oversight here. Nothing. Anybody here, show of hands real quick. Anybody here ever seen a billboard sign that says, doing porn could be bad for you? Anybody ever? No.
I have seen billboards. Yeah. Outside of, the adult shops on I-70.
That say what?
Like Jesus is watching or some shit like that.
Yeah. Those are private, right? But have anybody ever seen a government billboard that says, hey, OnlyFans could really be detrimental to your health? It could spread STDs. It could do all sorts of bad things. Never see that. By the way, you can't open a bar next to a school, yet you can rent a room right above one and do OnlyFans. It's like, it's fucking ridiculous, right? The idea here that alcohol and cigarettes isn't highly regulated. There's stigma all over it. There's smoking sections, non-smoking sections. The stigma is so bad, in fact, that we've managed through stigma to reduce this significantly on both sides. Alcoholism, highly stigmatized, right? Prostitution, not so much. And it's like, no, I don't think so. This doesn't seem like it's a great argument here.
But that just means other people don't look as cool as we do.
Mm-hmm. That's right. Smoking makes you look cool.
It increases your testosterone.
That's right.
I get
Two
all my
servings of vegetables. You got your tobacco and your menthol if you're me.
And just always remember, Jake, whenever you beat somebody in an argument, you're bad faith. That's the way it works.
Yep. Noticed.
You're bad faith. If you want to ask some questions, you're bad faith. If you win an argument, you're bad faith. By the way, I did notice Alex took a neutral position so that he could explore your worldview. When I did that, I was bad faith, by the way. I just want to point that out. But anyway, that's it. I just wanted to pop on briefly, unless you have degenerates coming up here that me and Jake Rattlesnake can completely devastate, which I'm down for.
If you're going to call me out like that by name.
You're not a fucking degenerate. You're a Catholic, Orange. Stop coping, dude.
No, I'm not.
I'm the degenerate.
Yeah, whatever. Yeah,
I'm
you
just
are.
a Catholic apologist, okay?
Yeah, whatever, dude. You're fucking Catholic.
I'm
Just
a
shut up. You're not a
Andrew,
degenerate.
I'll swap sides to fight a bit as well.
You're not a degenerate either.
Yeah,
You guys are
we
all,
don't-
you
we
guys,
don't- we
none
don't
of
need-
you,
yeah,
none of
you
you
stay on your
fuckers are
side.
degens.
I'm the degenerate.
Even Flow State's not a fucking degen.
I'm the degenerate.
I might be. I don't know.
Wait, I'm not enough of a degen anymore.
I like.
When the fuck did that happen? Somebody send me nude.
Are you logical, flow state, rational?
Am I logical? Yeah, I try to be.
You think Corn's great? Flow
I like
State?
Flow State.
No.
I don't think corn's great. I think it's
No,
pretty
he's not a
harmful and
fucking
pretty
DJ,
prevalent,
bro.
But
Not
I
a
think
DJ.
I think that banning it would be more harmful.
I can get
agree.
behind that position.
Some of these.
Handing all that.
Dano coming up with the big five. Alex, if making something illegal causes more problems and doesn't decrease the activity, why would you advocate for CP to be illegal? Wouldn't that be worse? Matt coming in with the big five. Jake, your mom is going to be home in an hour. I'm not sure what that refers to.
The reason that you would advocate for CP to be illegal, even though prohibition is not an effective form of reduction, is because the victims in CP have a right to be defended and protected.
That
It's
makes
about
no sense.
protecting. How does it not make sense?
Well, because here's why. If the idea here is the reduction of said thing, and said thing is going to increase by you, using the state to oppress said thing, then logically you would want the said thing to be legal so that it could be regulated or something like this, because it would actually reduce it.
So on a individual level, I personally think it would be immoral to look to know something like that is going on and to go hands off because for the greater good. But on a more societal level, I don't think they're the same, because I think that CP appeals to a mental disorder.
But do you want less? You want less of it, right?
So there's not a growing customer base. You can always get somebody else hooked on a new drug. You can't always.
It makes no sense, bro. Does criminalizing something reduce it or not?
There's more variables that go into that. That's what I'm saying.
So the answer my question then no. The answer is no.
It's that you're asking the question wrong. They're not equivalent. Drugs have everybody as a potential customer. CP does not.
So
I have a question for you. I have a geography question.
Hang on, let us finish real quick. I'll only be a second. I'm going to ask this again, because you can just say no if this isn't the case. Is it not your worldview that criminalizing something creates a black market for it, actually increases the production of said thing?
It increases the price of the said thing,
but it doesn't increase the production.
It does not necessarily increase the quantity of it, because
if it increases the price, then less people are going to get it.
I just already explained why the two are not equivalent. It's because
but it makes no sense, because if it necessarily raises the price, less people are going to do it. Therefore, you would want to criminalize it.
It raises the price because of the prohibition, but it doesn't increase the market share for something that is not. There's not a potential customer market with CP that can grow into. I don't know this for sure.
Why not?
Because I don't think you or I are going to say that, you know what, if we were just exposed to it more, we would then become CP fans.
Yeah.
But
so what?
If either of us started smoking crack, we would probably become regular customers.
Wait a second. So you're saying so that's like saying this. You agree with me that some people may not ever drink alcohol, but if they did, they would become addicted to alcohol, right?
That's not what I was saying.
Can you answer my question?
Sorry, ask it again.
Do you agree with me that some people who would become addicted to alcohol never become addicted to alcohol because they never drink alcohol?
Correct.
Okay, so this would entail then that by giving them said alcohol, right, the chances of them becoming alcoholics greatly increases. How would that not be the same case with CP?
Because adults who are attracted to children don't need CP to figure out they're attracted to children.
Wait. How do you know?
Yeah,
I don't know. I'm
You don't
speculating.
know, right? Exactly. It
How do
makes
you know?
fucking sense. Well, so what we can look at.
Hold on. You think that no pedos?
I have some studies that I can show you where,
for instance, that pedos don't know they're attracted to kids until they encounter CP.
Not only is there a strong correlative for this, but it's so strong that they outlawed CP sex dolls for this particular reason, because what they found was that people who engaged in that activity were more prone to enact it in reality.
But wasn't more prone to gather new people, I think, is the argument.
Yeah. Therefore, your position that by outlawing this, it would actually decrease the market share. That would be Jake Rattlesnakes and my position as well. But if you wanted to be consistent with your other positions, you'd have to say you should decriminalize it because it would reduce it.
The two will not be consistent with each other because they are not the same paradigm.
The same paradigm, yeah.
Yeah. It's not the same
paradigm.
I know that you're trying to make the situations the same, but they're not the same.
It's the same exact paradigm. If it is true that taking a drink, if you never take a drink, you never become an alcoholic, therefore no alcohol around, you never can indulge in alcohol, be the same exact case. If there's no, thing that triggers the mind for CP, you never see it, right? There's a great chance the correlation there is that you'll never engage in it. It's the same argument.
It is not CP that causes pedos to recognize that they're attracted to kids.
Prove it.
There's kids in the world.
Yeah, but that doesn't mean until they see the act that they're into the act.
And I don't have an answer for that. Do you?
Right.
Do you know?
Yes. Well, the studies that I've read about it is that people who have, and they call it. I'm not even going to say what they call it. But the thing is, people who have this quote affliction, right? We'll just call them psychopaths and the lunatics. But people who have this affliction often say that there's a trigger for it. They see somebody who's naked when they shouldn't, or they see some sort of activity like this, and then they start moving towards it. It stands to total reason that would be the case. That is most of the case with most sexual forms of deviancy. For instance, far less homosexuals without the portrayal of homosexuality. In other words, you don't know what you don't know. So women report that they're far more sexually satisfied when they get married as virgins. Why? Because they have no sense of reference to what other sex feels like. So it makes total sense.
It's the race critic.
I'm not gotchaing or cite your sources, but if you have that, I would be interested to see it sometime.
Yeah, I can send it to you.
It's logical. I don't know if it runs counter to what you're saying, Flo, but it's all logical.
Yeah, whoever said that, go ahead.
Flow State, have you heard of a small island north of Australia
called Papua New Guinea?
Don't do it.
So, on this small island, there's another smaller group of people. We like to call the Simbari Seaman Warriors.
Yes.
Well,
yeah, they're actually called Cum Warriors. We're not kidding. It's not a joke.
With the alliteration, a Christmas theme. Okay.
I can't believe somebody got that name before me. That's.
So the Simbari Cum Warriors, a rite of passage into adulthood, is the children of the people end up sucking the dick of their elders.
Correct.
Now, there doesn't seem to be any harm done to these people. They don't have any of these mental health conditions or any of these things we say. Would you have an issue if we took videos of this happening and sold that as the child porn?
Yes.
Okay, why would you have
and I don't have a logical support for it. I'm already telling you that right now. Yes, I've got an issue with that. No, it does not hold consistent water.
Kill the screen mystery. Thank you, Sarah, for letting me on the panel. Jake, just want to come on and say that was a fun debate to watch. Appreciated it a lot. And yeah.
Check your DMs, Andrew. Check your Twitter DMs.
Yeah, will do, man.
All right, cool. See you later.
Thanks for watching. There is hope in Jesus Christ. He will never leave you or forsake you. Like and subscribe and join our Discord for friends and more.